Alrighty. Welcome in, welcome in. We're just getting started. Love and light, man. I haven't seen you in a minute. How you doing? Welcome in, welcome in. We're just getting started. How's everybody doing? You haven't missed anything. We're just logging on. Welcome in, welcome in. Greed-eyed mama, how you doing? Welcome in, queen. You working a lot? Hey. I feel that. You and me both, sister. You and me both. Well, I hope you're doing good. I hope you're at least enjoying this Sunday. Welcome in, guys. Welcome in. Living the dream. I'm going to be honest. I usually say that in sarcasm, but that feels legit right there. Living the dream. Hey, when you build it, you love it. Welcome in. Welcome in. Thank you so much for the follow. Thank you, thank you, thank you. How's everybody doing tonight? We're just getting started in here. Thank you for tapping the screen. Thank you for sharing the live. We're just getting rolling. We're going to see if we can't get a couple more people in here, and we're going to throw collective. The list is open today. We're continuing our give back this weekend, and we're doing 12-12. We're doing a price cut. We're doing 12-12. We have Cash App and we have Venmo. So if you would like something felt into in particular, you already know. Welcome in, welcome in. Thanks for tapping that screen. Thanks for sharing the live. It really does help. Welcome in, welcome in. Woo-wee. I don't know about you guys, but it has been one busy week, and I don't know about you, but it feels like time's sped up again, and we're moving forward at such a fast rate where before it was kind of like we were all lagging as a collective. Welcome in, welcome in. How's everybody doing? Hope everyone's having a good Sunday. If you guys have collective questions, you can toss collective questions down in the comment section. Fair warning, collective questions are questions that do not require me to feel into you. They are just general spiritual questions that you might want to either play devil's advocate on, or you want some insight or some advice or something like that on how to look or how to address something. Welcome in, welcome in. So we got him someone who can. Please keep tapping that screen. Please keep sharing the live. We're going to see if we can't get a few more people in here. Kind of push through the little TikTok void while we welcome everybody in. And then we're going to throw collective. We're just going to get right on in it. Welcome in, welcome in. I don't know about you, but I feel like we're breaking things in this space. So I hope that you guys are breaking the universe in your own individual spaces. And when I say breaking, it's just like can't turn around without a sign or a synchronicity or something telling you something, and it's just like everything's falling into place and there is no coincidences. So we must be breaking shit, and that's just how we do it here. The list is open tonight. If you guys would like to get on the list, it is 12-12. We're continuing that give back. We are continuing to kind of just show a little love and expand ourselves. We're doing 12-12. We have Cash App and we have Venmo. Keys. I see you, girl. I see you. That's my fellow partner in crime who is also breaking the universe in her own individual space. Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you all for being here. We're going to see if we can't hustle up a couple more people, and then we're going to just start throwing collective. We're just going to go right into the nitty gritty. Welcome in. How's everybody doing? Oh, hell. The energy feels kind of wired tonight. Energy feels kind of wired tonight. Zoe, how are you doing? I hope you're having a good day. Hope you're having a good Sunday. Hope you're enjoying the energy and enjoying the atmosphere tonight. 1, 2, 3, Happy New Year's. You hanging in? Alright, cool. We'll just hang in together then. How's that sound? We'll just hang on in there together. Hanging in is the first step right before shit takes off. You know what I mean? You gotta strap in before it takes off. That's how it works. Welcome to that roller coaster that is the collective. Woo! Alright, let's see if we can toss collective here. Please go ahead and continue to tap that screen. The list is open. We are doing 12-12 today, so if you guys would like to get on the list, we got Cash App, we got Venmo. If you want something felt into and you just want to cut through all the bullshit, and you just want your damn answer, or you want a general to see what you got going on, that's what we're going to do today. Right to the point, the sun came to warm my face. Yo, yes! We had the sun and some nice weather today. I'm going to tell you, the sun has been huge. As a collective, the sun has been huge. He has been demanding people's energy and people's attention. He's been popping off with a lot of solar flares as well. So if you have been going through light upgrades, you can thank the sun. He is on one and helping out the collective every step of the way this week. Welcome in, welcome in. Alright, here we go. We're going to pop off with the collective. Please continue to tap that screen. Please share the live. It is always helpful. List is open for anybody who just entered the room. We're doing 12-12. We got Cash App. We got Venmo. And we just want to give back to you guys today. So we cutting prices this weekend. Share the love. Alright, here we go. I just keep hearing it's darkest before the dawn. That's the only thing they keep saying the entire time the cards were popping out here. It's darkest before the dawn. Somebody is starting to figure shit out in their own space, so I don't know who you are, but you're starting to put pieces together, and I feel like it's mental pieces. I feel like something wasn't on the up and up, and maybe you were kind of kept in the dark, or you were seeing things from a certain lens, and all that is changing now. I do feel like it is a masculine energy, and you're being told to balance what you know versus what you think you know. So somebody in here has been moving and functioning. We got the death card on the bottom of the deck. Somebody's been moving and functioning over here on what they think they know versus what they actually know. Just make sure that you're listening to the right voices, that you're talking to the right kind of energies. Somebody had to take a step back because what they thought was collaboration was not collaboration. What they thought was togetherness was not togetherness, and they actually ended up feeling more left out than part of the team is what I'm hearing. And they're talking about when they indulged in this partnership is what I want to call it, when they indulged in this teamwork that wasn't really a teamwork and it did not make the dream work. When they started to play in these things, what they realized was that they were straying. Oh my God, that's a tough word. They were straying from their star. They were straying from their path, and they weren't following their intuitions. And they're saying this isn't the first time. I got the Emperor that tried to pop out here, but then I smacked him back in the deck. And they're just talking about how somebody has done this before. It's not the first time. You've gotten yourself trapped. You fooled yourself is what they're talking about. And you've been the one kind of holding yourself back and containing yourself. We do have a forward movement here from 3 to 4 to 5. We are counting up. So don't worry, we have good things coming in. You're not stuck where you're at, but they're telling you you're going to have to balance out a lot of physical things and a lot of mental energies surrounded by what you know versus what you think you know. And that also goes back to people. I feel like people might have been misjudged, or somebody might have kind of jumped the gun a little bit too soon. And what they didn't realize is they were defending the thing that snapped them. We have communication in reverse. And I really do feel like somebody jumped to conclusions and it hurt them in the long run. So if you were somebody who acted really quickly, you're learning now that that's not the case. This is part of your growth. This is part of your ascension. We got the death card out here again. This is part of your ascension. Hey, welcome in, Brianna. This is part of your ascension. Right now, this is part of your growth. You're growing in more than one ways, and they're just reminding you to be kind to yourself. somebody in here really wants to smash their head up against the wall and really wants to kind of lay into themselves, and they're just saying, no room for that. No room for that. That's the trick. That's the coyote here trying to tell you, trying to keep you back. That's you also, another form of you stopping yourself, and they don't want you to do that. As I said, that this is something that you've been battling. This is your lower frequency energy. We have the lower world out here with the curse card. This is your lower frequency energy. This is something that you've done round and round and round again. This is one of your shadowy aspects of self. Woo! And they're just saying right now, as we go through your transformation, as we call it your death, rebirth, we also have the soul retrieval card out on the table. And they're just talking about how you're starting to bloom to a new aspect. And I'm getting poked in the back of the head. And they're just talking about how now you're becoming more connected. But you're getting more connected in self, but this is bridging into bigger things. And I feel the need to pull back to the sun. I feel the need to pull back to universal energies. I feel as though you haven't been connected to your feminine. So somebody out here hasn't been connected to their feminine. And I'm going to be real honest, the feminines are on the rise. Whew, the feminine is the core of who you are, for whatever part of the collective this is. It has directly to do with your self-love, your self-care, how you speak and talk to yourself, and all of the energies that surround you. And this is on the rise. She is on the rise, both inside of you and outside of you. So if you're feeling a pull to kind of reassess how you talk to yourself, how you deal with yourself, your self-love, this is why she's rising up. In the second, as I start talking about the feminine, we have Motherwort and we have Rosemary, both feminine women on this deck as I split it. I'm going to be real honest, you're moving through it right now. This is not easy for you. I feel like you are somebody who has shot yourself in the foot time and time again. But it's okay. This is a pit stop and not your final destination. And Spirit's saying they're going to be sure that they don't make this your final destination. Ooh, this is your self-love journey. You have to love you enough to choose you. So whoever has not been choosing themselves, now is your time. And I feel like somebody saw this coming, but they allowed themselves to outsmart their intuition. They allowed themselves to downplay what they originally were picking up on, and as Keys calls it, their red flag Afghan. Somebody saw a lot of red flags. Somebody knew they were headed the wrong way. Someone knew something was too good to be true. And you're just realizing that now, and you're just looking back going, ooh, and they're just saying you need to trust your foresight, because if you saw this coming, just think about what else you saw coming. It's still options. It's still a timeline. It's still available for you. Somebody out here needs to stop limiting themselves. I am getting pulled to dragons here. They are talking about your dragon being in full force. I do feel like it is for some reason tying in with the new year. I know we're in the year of the dragon, but I'm gonna be real honest, I don't follow any of that, so I don't know what all that entails, to be completely honest. But I feel like your dragon energy is close by. And I know I had dragon energy 2 weeks ago or so in this room. However, I feel like they're a really big part of this upgrade, this uplift. This really does feel like it's a massive shift. It's not just one of those little baby shifts. No, this is like a earth-shattering, like foundation-shaking kind of shift and revelation that people are coming into right now. Hold on, I got a card upside down. And as I'm talking about how you guys are starting to be connected to yourself and then to Source, we have the Chariot out here. But I'm gonna be real honest. They're really pointing me towards the fact that you're sitting in the middle of this. You're sitting in the middle of indecision. You're not quite yet choosing, and you're not steering. You're not taking control yet, but you're still just sitting in a pause in between left, right, and you're just sitting in indecision. They're talking about somebody needing to harness their strength right now in order to get the job done, in order to make a decision. I'm going to be real honest, it feels like your team's just tired of watching you sit there and make no decision. I'm going to be real honest, they're telling you to hurry up, plant your roots. And as I say, plant your roots, we got the root card just covered up here, just all in roots, and they're just talking about how it's time to get going. You need to make a decision, you need to plant I keep hearing plant your seed. You need to make your decision. You need to plant your seed, and you need to go. Somebody out here needs to stop thinking and just do. You've been sitting in a 5 energy for a while, which is conflict, battle, struggle, but it's also right in the middle. 5 is also the exact middle of 10, and they want you to push forward into your 6, which is your victory, which is putting your decision and your choice into action. It's beginning your forward movement. 5 is like that step when you're still kind of there, and 6 is when you're putting your forward movement into action. And they're just really hoping somebody out here grasps on to the fact that they can't stay here forever, and I feel like someone's guides is lighting a fire under their ass, telling them to hurry up. You've learned your lesson, and as I said, this is time for you to move, because going, like, you're past this. You need to choose. We have the Hierophant card that pops out here, and he's also ushering away, which is really interesting. I don't know that I've ever really noticed that in this card, but he's actually pointing you in this card to the right direction. If you look at it, he's actually pointing to one side of the card, like, go that way. Don't go that way, go that way. He gives me Gandor vibes. Head that way. But that really is making me feel like if you ask your team what would best serve you, they would assist you. And as I said, they would assist you. We have the 3 here, which is all about collaboration. You're slow and steady moving, and they're just trying to push you just a little bit faster. Because I get the feeling as though you're someone who acts like, in the past, I want to say in the past, I feel like as though you're maybe someone who in the past would act kind of rapidly, but almost irrationally, and then you would drag your feet and kind of be stuck up in your head about any choice or decision you had to make, and then all of a sudden you would make it out of a reaction rather than following your intuition or really making an informed decision. And then when you had too much information, you sat on it, and then you missed it. You missed the opportunity to move, and then you convinced yourself you couldn't do it right now, and you just stayed put. And they're just saying the time for that's over. They don't want you to keep falling victim to that cycle, because they're being very honest and saying it is a cycle of yours. You outsmart yourself, and not in a good way. You outsmart yourself and not in a good way. Let's see what else we got here. Hoo-ah. Welcome in. Thank you for tapping the screen. Thank you for sharing the live. It is much appreciated. The list is open while we're working through this collective. We got 1212, we got Cash App, we got Venmo. So we got 2 things that you're failing to see. I just about to say we have 2 things you're failing to see. You're failing to see all the options available to you. I don't know who here is I just get the feeling someone here doesn't like the options available to them, so therefore I have no options. And they're just saying that's not the case. Ugh, that was gross. We're not taking all those. They're just saying that's not the case. You're not seeing the good luck. And as I was talking about the sun card falls out right now. They're talking about the fact that you can't see your options as being available to you. So that's why you're sitting for as long as you have been. And they're talking about how you're struggling to see the good and bad in each option. You're viewing it from one lens and it's distorting you. The card fell out kind of wonky. It's not a direct bridge, and they're really being honest, and they're kind of saying you're leaning one way. We have the bad kind of weighing you down here. It's kind of going back to that not being balanced here. There's almost a feeling of like hopelessness. But they're just talking about how you're actually a very optimistic person, or at least you try to be. And if you can keep that optimism up, you're going to get to where you want to get, and you're going to make the decisions you want to make. And they're just talking about you need to continue acting in your joy state. You need to continue acting in your happiness. I know that's hard because I wanna tell you that your shadow ego, and I don't even know what a shadow ego is because I've never used those 2 terms together. I just call it your shadow. However, your shadow ego likes to tell you that that's unrealistic and it's not gonna happen, and you should just and it's all these downy thoughts, and they're just saying to stop because you got big changes coming in, and it's your job, is what they're saying. It's your job to seize the moment, to be direct, and to go after it. This is the one time they want you. It's like almost like this is the one time they want you to be impulsive and you're balking at it. It's the one time they're like, yeah, you felt it, go. And you would have been off to the races and making every bad decision you could think of. Now the one time they're like, hurry up, you know what to do, hurry it up. You're like, ah. And they're just saying you don't need to do that. You're overthinking it too much. Just go with the flow. Get out of your head, into your heart. And do what you need to do. Welcome in, guys. Welcome in, guys. How's everybody doing today? The list is open as we kind of get cleared out here. The list is open. We are doing reads today for 12/12. We're just kind of doing a little price cut, trying to give back, have a little friendly welcoming to some new people, saying hi. So if you would like a read or like anything felt into, and you just want answers, you want to cut through the bullshit, that's what we're doing today. We're doing 12/12. We have Cash App, we have Venmo. Please just make sure you come back in and you let us know how you donated, because Cash App and Venmo have been slow, and I do not want you guys to get missed in the midst of it all. Welcome in, welcome in. How's everybody doing today? What did I miss? I feel like I missed so much. Thank you for continuing to tap the screen, guys. It really does help keep us out on For You. And it really helps let people know that we're actually here live, because some people don't get the notifications, and I don't know why, you know? Masculines to survive the past being astral feminine. Yeah. Yo, the masculine. Welcome in. Thank you for the roses. Thank you for the love. Welcome in, Brianna. Or Brianna. I could be saying it wrong. I'm so sorry. Miss. I can't feel into K. I can do a love relationship reading for you if you would like, but it would have to just be localized in your energy, and I could totally work from there. I just would not be able to do the other person's energy. Welcome in, Erika. I appreciate. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for the love. Thank you for all the likes, guys. The list is open, so if you want on the list, go ahead and hop on it now. I'm not planning on being on here too awful long, so secure your spots before there are no spots kind of deal. We have Cash App, we have Venmo. Please come back in and let us know how you donated. That way we don't miss you. You know, I don't want to miss anybody if you sent in the money. If you guys have collective questions, feel free to drop your collective questions down in the comment section. 6.6K likes. I could not be more happy. Thank you so much. 6 is a great number. It's my personal victory number. So that's just all good things. All good things in here. Welcome in, guys. How you doing? Yeah, collective questions are anything on the spiritual topic. Any question. I'm gonna be real honest. The only requirement is it doesn't require me to feel into you specifically to answer it. A lot of times they're like your general questions. You know, you might be curious about a topic or a practice or something like that, and we might be able to help you here. If I can, I'm just gonna be honest, be like, oh nope, can't answer that one. So you have nothing to lose by asking. I'm gonna be real honest. I'd like to know if I'm in line with my higher calling. Well, first of all, welcome in, Miss Courtney. I don't know that I've seen you in here before, so hey. I can feel into that for you if you would like. We're doing reads today. List is open. GL, how's it going? List is open. We have Cash App, we have Venmo. It's 12/12. So I don't mind doing that. We could attempt to get you some answers on that if you would like. Just let me know if that's something you would like. Same thing, Mr. Joseph, sir. I can feel into it for you. We got Cash App, we got Venmo. If you'd like me to tap into that for you, I don't mind. We can do like a simple yes, no, and then we can bridge off into like a general from there, since that's more like a yes, no question. That way you get kind of your money's worth. Welcome in, welcome in. Let me see. Hold on, what was your question? I'm sorry, Erika. Anything I need to know? If you wanted to tap in. Yeah, so the list is totally open. The list is totally open. And if you would like, are you asking? So, okay, hold on. I'll check my Cash App. Hold on. I'll be right back. I don't see you yet. I don't see you on my Cash App yet. It's been a little bit slow. It's been a little bit slow. Alrighty. Alright, I don't see it come through yet, but it's all good. We'll start, and I'm sure it'll come rolling in when it gets caught up with the rest of the world, you know what I mean? So, Miss Erika, are you here? Alright. Just making sure I was back. I had to pop back and forth from a couple screens. So sometimes the video thing lags. Thank you guys for continuing to tap the screen. It does help. The list is open, guys. We're doing 12/12 for reads. We have Cash App. We have Venmo. Please come back in and let us know you donated. Apparently Cash App's being slow tonight. So do you have anything in particular that you would like me to feel into? Or are you just looking for a general? Thank you for all the gifts. Thank you for all the love. It is much appreciated. Welcome in, welcome in. General. Alrighty. Alrighty. Alright, Miss Erika. I'm gonna be real honest before we even start. I don't know if this is your team or this is you, but I just feel like you over it. I feel like there's something that's got you eye rolling right now, and you just over all of it. Whew. And I feel the need to tell you that it's gonna work itself out. And I feel the need to tell you that you do not need to put any excess energy into it. So I don't know right off the get what has you like, oh, kill me. But I'm gonna be real honest. It's gonna work itself out, and you don't need to do anything in the meantime. I feel like for whatever this is, karma's gonna be a bitch to who it needs to be, and you don't even have to worry because I feel like your team is setting that up already for you. Like the universe has already cashed it in. I just feel like that's something you don't even have to concern yourself with. Let them be a fool. I don't know why I feel the need to tell you that, but just let them be a fool. Let's see what you need to know. It's a lot eluding you right now because I don't have many cards that fall face down so repetitively. And I'm going to just be honest, every single card is face down and they just keep coming face down. Hoo-wee. Oh, God. I'm going to be honest, I feel like you don't quite understand how powerful you are. I'm going to be real honest. I feel like you don't understand how strong you are. I feel like you don't understand. I don't know if you wear fruity. I don't know if you or somebody you know, like a passed on loved one, used to wear like fruity body sprays. Or something that's very fragrant. Not like flowers. It smells like almost like a citrus, or I don't know, but it struck me as like a past, like a dead person scent, but it's not like of decay. It just smells like almost like a body splash. I can still smell it, and I don't wear none of that, so I don't know what it is, but be honest, she goes to you. So either that's a marker for one of your guides who is feminine, this fruity smell, or it's literally a passed on loved one. But I'm gonna be honest, if it is a passed on loved one, dude, she smells good. I'm not gonna lie. Like, she smells good. She strikes me as like a clean person. Like, she smells nice. Like, she smells nice. This, like, makes me want to eat, like, a bowl of fruit. Like, it is so fruity. Like, it is such, like, this very light scent to it. I'm going to be very, very honest. I don't know if she had nails, but I feel like I'm seeing nails. So maybe she got her nails. I feel like the need to say done did. But she's gotten her nails all looking nice. But I feel like I feel like whether you know it or not, I don't know how close you were, she's not talking a whole lot at the moment. But she is here, and she is standing around while we're doing this reading, so she might pop in to say something, or she just might want to make her presence known by her smell, regardless. But I do feel as though she works with you and works for your highest good on the other side. So I don't know if you've asked for help or assistance, or at the very least, I'm going to use the word guidance. At the very least, maybe some guidance. But I feel like she is a huge representative of your feminine power in direct connection to your lineage. Because I'm going to be real honest here. I feel like the reason you don't know that you're powerful is because it's very deeply rooted in your ancestry, and it's not something that I feel like you've cultivated in the spotlight for yourself yet. But I do feel like it goes back several generations. You're very prominent feminine, and I don't know if you come from a line of strong women who have fought their fair share of shit. But I'm going to be honest. Whatever is going on, and my back is freezing, whatever is going on has irritated your feminines, and has kind of called them to the forefront for you. So I am going to be, I'm going to be real honest. She's going to be like your personal go-to bridge or link to your ancestors. I really feel like she's going to be working on behalf of your feminine lineage with you. This is starting brand new communication, brand new insight, and a whole lot more uncovering of secrets. And I feel the need to slow down when I talk. I don't know if she talked a little bit slower, but I feel the need to slow my speed down, where some people have me rushing in energy. I feel like she is like, settle down, there's more than enough time, we can take our time. So I don't know if she's somebody that wasn't talking a mile a minute, but I feel like she's like slowing my words and my thought process down a little bit, but not in a bad way, not like in her capacity, but like, it's like she's almost like, don't rush, we got all the time in the world. So you're kind of triumphing a little bit through a little bit of like a moment of failure, and I really do get you out here as being a very truthful person, as being kind of almost frank to the point where it gets you in trouble. I feel like you're very independent, and you kind of have, I'm gonna use like a sarcastic wit to you. I don't know if everybody gets to see it, although this is exactly what I feel, and this communication that's coming in is divinely led. Like, whatever you asked for behind closed doors, in the dark, when you were by yourself and you just needed a little bit of guidance, you irritated your whole lineage, and I'm talking like all the way back. So I don't know what mini call you put out to your entire feminine lineage, but there's like several people behind her. Because I can see her standing there, and then there's several people behind her. So I don't know if you feel like you are struggling to hold your ground, and you were kind of at like this I'm about to give up moment. But she's not having any of that. I'm going to be real honest. She's not having any of that, and neither is the like 14 women behind her. They're not going to allow you to give up on yourself, and they're not going to allow you to throw in the towel. Not at all. I'm going to be 100% honest. She is going to tell you that you haven't wasted anything. And, my back is getting super cold right now. So I do feel like that's something she does want to impart to you, is that you haven't wasted anything. You haven't lost anything. And you're just getting started. Like, it makes me feel like she's got plans in the background, and I feel like she's going to be one of your biggest supporters and guides. And as I'm talking about, the feminine, the wild woman comes out, and it's a 62, which the digital root is 8. It's all about balance, and that's exactly what she's going to help you do, is to help you balance through the trickiness, to help you kind of rebound out of this failure moment, out of this annoyance that's bothering you, and to refine your strength and your confidence within yourself, because somebody destroyed that. And I don't feel like it's just one person. I feel like it's been a lot of people who have used you as a step stool, and they're just not going to be able to do it anymore. And she's going to make sure that you have enough. I feel like the need to say grit, enough grit to stand up for yourself unapologetically. But I almost want to say, like, I feel like she's ushering me to say, like, in a polite way. Like, in a polite way. I feel like she's going to wrap up your rise and take it out of like, gangsta, like, I'ma slap you, and into, like, womanhood of, like, saying it with a smile and slashing tires in your mind kind of thing. But it's going to be a very fruitful glow up for you, and you're gonna gain a lot of confidence and a lot of emotional and mental abundance. And a lot of people don't talk about abundance that way, but it's true. They're going to help you rebalance these things inside of you, and you will naturally attract things. And as I'm talking about rebalancing these things, this is going to be something that is going to be not only paired with, you also have a gentleman here with you, not only paired with the moon cycles. He's kind of taller. He kind of wears a hat, but I don't feel like it's a ball cap. I feel like it's like a slap cap. I don't know how to make that make sense. Like a newsy kind of hat. I don't know how to make that make sense. But they're also talking about how this is going to be breaking cycles for you. Like, this is something, and I feel like this is something that every single one of the feminines on your side has had to learn, but they had to learn it the hard way. So this is something that is, I don't know if this gentleman was a hoverer, but I mean that in the best way possible. I don't know if this gentleman was a hoverer, to where, like, he kind of would just, like, sneak over and kind of, like, look over your shoulder and kind of be, like, hovering and just checking you out. And, like, I feel like the need to say, like, you'd be at family functions, or maybe you'd be on your phone. I just feel the need to say, like, you'd be doing something, and then you'd be like, what are you doing? And, like, kind of, like, pop over. I don't, and he's just striking me as, like, a very funny person. Like, he is, like, coming around, like, what you got going on? And it's just, like, and I feel like he's kind of leaning over with, like, his hands behind his back. Like, he's, like, putting his wrist, like, almost like as if he grabs his wrist behind his back. He's like, what are you doing? But before he did that, he, like, slapped the hat on his head and then kind of, like, meandered over. And he's taller. I mean, I'm sitting, but he's taller than me. I don't get him as being very heavy. At least that's not how he's showing himself to me in the moment. But I'm going to be real honest. I'm not facing him head on. I am just kind of getting, like, the shoulders up. God, he's so funny, though. He's got, like, a lot of character to him. So I don't know if he was kind of the jokester of the bunch, and I feel like his wife kind of kept him in line, or at very least his sisters kept him in line. But yeah, dude, you have your whole lineage irritated. Like, you have them all riled up. Some of them are here to play, some of them are here with torches, but they're just talking about how they're going to assist you through this little baby cycle break that you're going through right now, because what they're going to start doing is they're going to start playing with your abilities, whether you realize it or not. And very simply, your abilities is going to start with your intuition and bridge into your magic. And I don't typically tell people it's going to bridge into your magic as my back is getting cold, but I do feel like there's something around your ancestry that is bloodline related, and at the very, very least cultural. At the very least cultural. But it seems very old. Like very, very old school, very deep rooted. And I don't necessarily know if you're actually into it or not, or if you're even aware of it, but it just feels like there's something kind of like, oh yeah, we did that. Like, oh, your great-grandmother's mom did a little something. And then you find out, like, she's some, like, huge, I don't know, practitioner. I'll use that word. Practitioner back in the day. But there's just something here that it's like you're going to be not only protected by your entire, I feel the need to call them a clan, but by your entire lineage right now, as they assist you in moving through this. This is going to be your bridge that they're creating for you specifically. This is a bridge that nobody else can walk but you, because it is created for you by your ancestors. It is not meant for anybody else. This is going to be your connection and your communication bridge with them. This is going to be where you start to surrender to who you really are, and you start to gain the memory back. I'm going to be real honest. You start to gain the memory back, both past lives, but lineage-wise. They're talking about you're going to get an increase in dreams, in your dream space, so maybe this is how they're going to start to communicate with you on the larger sense. And it's okay. I feel the need to tell you it's okay if you don't remember your dreams. Don't stress yourself out about it. The ones that you need to remember, you will, and they will recall them to you later. If you need to have cognitive memory of that in the moment, they will. But at the very least, they're working with your subconscious and your light body while you sleep. But I do feel like you're going to start getting memories, and you're going to start getting things revealed to you in your dreams. But it does take a certain amount, and I'm getting the word wisdom, but it does take a certain amount of surrender that has to happen on your part and following the leader. This is you detaching from the physical vessel and heading into your higher consciousness, heading into your higher vessel, into something a whole lot foreign to you. I'm going to be really honest. It's very, very foreign to you. Thank you for all the gifts. Thank you for all the love. It's very foreign to you at the moment. This level, but they're just talking about how they're making this bridge for you, and this bridge is going to be what initiates your communication. It's going to be what initiates your next couple, like, steps forward. They're weaving it together for you. So don't rush it. Let them take their time. I do feel like your women do not like to be rushed. So there's no use in trying. I almost feel the need to tell you if you rush them, they'll take longer on purpose. I feel the need to almost tell you that. But this is going to be, ooh, that was not good. This is literally going to be your transformative moment. You are going through a level up that you're not aware of yet, but she cannot wait to tell you it's coming. Like, I almost get the sense that she's really proud, that she gets to help you. Like, this is something she's looking forward to doing. So I don't know if you were very close to this aunt of yours. I feel like she's like half turned in her upper body and is like, I don't know why, but I feel the need to almost like I don't want to say pucker lips or like duck face or anything, but it's almost just like that, like like you already know. I don't know why. It's just like there's just like a little bit of sass there that I feel like I need to like translate to you. That it's like it's like, yep. Mess with me, get the horns kind of a thing. Okay, I got it. You don't want that deck. I got it. Sometimes when I'm talking, I hold on to a deck for too long and then they're like, enough with that deck. Alright, let's see. whoever played with your emotions, I wouldn't worry about it. They're talking about he's riddled in lies and in trickery. And, yeah, you just shouldn't worry about it. I'm gonna just sum that up in a talk way. You just shouldn't worry about it. He's gonna see his own way out, and it's gonna be what is just. But she's talking about how she's gonna bring you what you need to start again emotionally. She's gonna bring you the energy and the capability, both emotionally and within your light body, to birth something new, to start something different, because they are offering you, transmutation. Once you kind of fully detach from this annoyance of yours, once you fully attach from this moment, and it no longer can affect your light body and no longer holds emotional weight for you, which they're going to assist you with, you're going to actually be moving into something brand new, like something whole hell new. And I want to tell you, she's like, slow down. I want to tell her, she keeps telling me to like, slow down. I want to tell you that I almost get the feeling like after this, you're no longer going to be able to be drowned. I don't know why. I just feel like to tell you, you're not going to be able to be drowned anymore because you have gills. And I feel like this is just really pulling back to the waters and to the emotions and to the new beginning. Like, you're not going to be able to be swept away and flooded and all this other things. Like, you're going to be the fish that is in the ocean, unbothered by the hurricane. Like, that is what she is going to assist you with, is your stability and your balance and your flow state. But she's going to pair it with your ancestral secrets. Like, she's going to continue to start building that bridge for you so that you can start, I feel like she keeps saying learning who you are, and I feel like she keeps going like this, learning who you are. Like, there's something with the hand. So I don't know if she was somebody who did like I don't know. But there's, she's like, I don't do that. But like, now she's just telling me I'm doing it wrong. But you know what I'm saying. But it's just one of those things that she is ushering in your new beginning, dude. She's got your back, and Mr. Hat Man is and he turns around. Was he always eating? Like, was that man always eating? I feel like he's not heavy, but I feel like he's always eating. I don't know why. He just turned around with like, I almost want to say like a paper plate, like we were at some kind of cookout. Like he just turned around, was like, when I said Mr. Hat, he's like, huh? And it's like, yeah, like a chicken wing or something. Like, I don't know how to make that make sense. It's like he was just like, what, me? You talking to me? Like, but so I hope that helps. I hope that helps. He's funny. It's like he's having like a whole cookout behind me. I don't know that anybody asked him to barbecue or cook, but it's like he's either cooking or helping. I feel like he's helping himself to the food. But just want to let you know, he's on a whole new level. He's on a whole new level. Like, it's literally, I feel like he's eating chicken wings. I don't know how to make that make sense. I feel like he's eating like I feel like we're at a cookout, like a family barbecue or something. Like, I don't know, we're like in the middle of the South in a family barbecue. That's what it feels like. But I hope that helps, Miss Erika. Is there anything that you would like communication? If there's anything you would like clarification on, or any like last question before we wrap her up? Thank you for all the likes, guys. Thank you for all the love taps, the shares, the follows, and any gifts you sent while we were in channel. I appreciate it. If I missed it, I'm so sorry. Let me see if while you figure out if you need anything clarified, or if you think you're all good, Miss Erika, I'm just gonna scroll back and see what I missed. Pizza! Oh hell, dude, how you doing, bro? Trying. Yeah, I see now. He plays a lot all the time. Sisters, my aunt. Oh, okay. I'm getting cold too. Yeah, that's called resonance. You know exactly who it is. Thank you for the roses. Thank you for the gifts. Thank you for the love. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Coco, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Hey, Miss K. Oh, she raised you? That's why there's all that love there then. That's why there's all that love there. Miss Courtney, I'll check it in a moment. No worries. Thank you for the follow, Melinda. Thank you, thank you. Good. He loved chicken? Okay, well, good. Good, because that's what he's eating. I do feel free now. I will make her proud. Oh, thank you so much, dude. I'm glad that eased you a little bit, because I'm going to tell you right now, I don't have a feeling she's going anywhere, and I feel like she's going to be there for you for a little bit, like for several months now. You know what I mean? Yeah. And that's good, but that's where you have to get. We have to get tired of it. We have to be over it for ourselves to make movement. Nobody can be over it for us. So thank you for allowing me in your space. Thank you for your time, your energy, and I appreciate it. Thank you for all the follows. Thank you for all the likes. Let me just check spaces. I'm sorry. I clicked over too fast and I didn't finish my sentence. Thank you. Let me go check spaces. I will be right back. Alright, Miss Erika, go ahead and check your Cash App, dude. I still don't have your Cash App, so just check your Cash App. Make sure everything's all good. It's been mad slow today. Hey, Courtney, I see you, hun. So, Miss Courtney, do you have anything in particular that you would like felt into? Or would you just like a general? Just your current situation? Okay. Are you feeling heavy today? Are you feeling like I just want to say like out of sorts. I don't necessarily want to say like unsure or I don't even want to say unloved. It's just like a kind of like an off day. I feel a little bit heavy and a little bit kind of weighted in the chest. It just feels like it just kind of feels like not in it today. I want to call it almost like a slump. I don't necessarily want to label it too much, but it's just like kind of Alright, let's see. We got last call, guys, so if you want to hop on the list, it is last call. We got 1212. We have Cash App and Venmo. I will check the list after I'm done with Miss Courtney here. Please continue to tap that screen. Please continue to share the live. It is always appreciated, and it does help us so much. Could not express that enough. Alright, Miss Courtney. Dude, damn, you just seem like today's just not your day. I feel like it's not your week. Like, I just feel like, dude, you are in some kind of something. And I feel like you don't even have a label for it. I feel like there's no real word for it. It's just like it just feels like you're in slow-mo, and not in a bad way, or not like, in a negative way, but it just feels like kind of like, Like if I had a word, it'd be, I just, I almost want to call it uninspired. Uninspired, like I feel like there might be like a lack of connection with yourself, but also with the things around you. Just not enthusiastic about a whole lot. I almost want to call it a lazy day, but it doesn't feel like you want it to be a lazy day. It just feels like, this is kind of what it is. That's wild. Okay, let's see what we got going on. Oh, as I said, something in the heart. We have heartbreak. We have heartbreak. We have sorrow. We have pain. And as I'm talking about tightness in the chest, in the heart space, a little sunken feeling. Something is holding you down, dude. I don't even know if you know what it is, to be honest, but something's holding you down, holding you back. I just feel like I hear your guys being like, can't stop, won't stop. I don't know if that, and I feel like I see them going, can't stop, won't stop, like a weirdo. Oh, goodness. Ooh. It's like right in your core, dude. Like it's right in your core. And I can like feel that I want to call it like a gap. I want to call it like a gap. Like something's missing. I just feel like something's missing. And I don't necessarily know, like, I don't quite know what's missing yet, but it just feels like something's missing. I'm gonna be honest though, I don't necessarily feel like anything's too crazy. Like, I don't feel like, there's been a whirlwind. I don't feel like, oh my God, I just got dumped vibes or something like that. It doesn't feel that fresh. It feels like it's old and it's been lingering, and it feels like it's something that we've forgotten about, and it's been festering in the energetic light body, and now it's coming to the surface is what it feels like. So let's see if we can kind of hone this down. I'm gonna be real honest before I even look at what just kind of tossed out. I'm gonna be real honest. They're pointing me to 346, and that's the series that the cards came out in, 346. And for some reason, I feel the need to tell you that it's temporary. It's not a permanent state of being for you. I feel like it's almost a transitioning stage of you purging. So I don't know if you've been doing something and maybe you either hit burnout and now are in a purge, but I feel like it's more closely related to your healing and part of like you coming to terms with things. I don't necessarily feel as though it's a permanent like fixture in your life, like this is now like my stage. No, I don't feel like that, but I do feel like this is a lull that you're gonna have to kind of trudge through a little bit. I'm gonna call it the swamp of sadness because I don't necessarily have another word for it at the moment quite yet, but they're just talking about, god damn, dude, your energy is wild. Your energy is wild. I feel like I have to burp, but I can't. You're just, God, you are harboring something. Holy hella on. You are harboring something, dude. I'm gonna be real honest. I don't even know if you have a name for it, and I keep saying that because that's the only thing that I got at the moment. But we're gonna get into it because this is heavy, and if you are feeling like you can't breathe sometimes, I almost want to say that you're independent to a fault. That you put a lot on your shoulders. To have to deal with, to have to kind of pull together and come together and all of these things. And I just feel like sometimes you get kind of strapped in to the stress and to the struggle of it all, and it kind of stops your forward movement. So I don't necessarily want to call this a burnout, but you're kind of like moving through the purge of being uninspired and having a lack of freedom and kind of moving through to your joy state and to better connection. But but I do feel like there is a disconnect within self. Are you hungry? Because, God, my stomach just grumbled. If you hungry, go eat. They're just, they're just talking about how they're just kind of talking about how you're very independent, but then at the same time, it's like you sometimes don't. I want to call it your business mind. You don't take your business mind off, your business hat off, and allow yourself to breathe. And I think this is the lack of the freedom that you're feeling. God damn, dude, you have so much major arcana out right now. You need to go back into self. I'm going to be real honest. This is severely deep-rooted. This is something you've harbored for quite a time. I really do feel that you're kind of stuck. And I don't want you to label yourself as stuck, because that's one of the worst things that we can do energetically. But this is really what your holdup is, and it goes all the way back. This is you. I feel like part of your control, your need to control and have control is a big part of it, but it bridges directly back to your stability and to your foundations. I'm going to be real honest. And this is you just needing to reassess some things and come to terms. So when I said this is your purging, it's because it's giving you an inkling of where you need to look. This is very deep-rooted within self. There is a severe imbalance that has caused a lot of dis-ease in the energy body. And this is why you feel the way that you do, is because it's calling for your attention to be put there so that it can be brought into the awareness, so it can't be ignored anymore. And this is part of what's going to set you free. This is part of what is going to bring you joy, is the backside of this. But I'm going to be real honest, it's not going to be fun. But I do feel like it sits in your root chakra. I have several earth draws out here, and they are talking about your medicine wheel being out of balance. And I do feel like, for me, when I look at the card, they are highlighting the earth element being out of balance. You got to go back to go forward. And I feel like that's the last thing you want to hear. I'm going to be real honest. I feel like that's the last thing you want to hear. Oh, I got to go back to go forward. Great. And I get like an eye roll energy with that. But I'm going to be real honest. This is where you become the arrow of your life, and they pull you back on your cord to shoot you forward. So you can continue to trudge up the mountain with your 14-day pack on your back, or you can pause and realize you only need one bag and not 14, and then continue up the mountain. And this is what they're talking about, you needing to unpack some of your baggage, and your energetic blockages are sitting in your root chakra right now. They're sitting in your foundations. They're sitting in your happiness. And they're just talking about how, like, I feel like your soul kind of knows this. I feel like if you sat down long enough and you kind of were like, maybe you could find out exactly what is the holdup. But I almost feel like your conscious brain doesn't want to do it. And I feel like that's your safeguard, to be real honest. I feel like that's your safeguard. But this is all about facing your fears, and in facing your fears, in facing yourself. This is part of that know better, do better, and we haven't said that here for a while, I don't believe. But this is your know better, do better. This is you bridging into your new you. Like, I almost feel like you're disconnected from self, but from things around you, and things around you are also source. Things around you are also spirit. Part of what you're doing now is part of your healing journey. It's been started for you. So I feel the need to tell you that you're on the right path. So I don't necessarily know why I feel the need to tell you that, but you're on the right path. But this is not like your slack off home run path where it's just going to happen for you. This is the path where you need to start putting boots on the ground, back to our earth energy, boots on the ground, and start putting in some hard work and doing some inner healing. Specifically with how you talk to yourself and the self-care aspect and the security, or what you think is security, and making sure that you are secure in yourself, because I feel like you're someone who secures your surroundings and then you're secure. and they're saying that it's actually you secure yourself and then you find security no matter where you are. But there is a little bit, oh my God, the amount of rebirths cards that you have out here is unbelievable. So I'm gonna be real honest. This is your walk. This is like your wounded walk is what I'm gonna call it. I don't know if anybody else would call it that, but this is your wounded walk. This is you trudging through the mud to get to that golden road, and there's no way around it. There's only through. So it's like you better just strap in and start heading there. As we say that, we got the time for healing card that just popped out. And I get the feeling that, like, you're not going to be alone. I have the air element here, and the air element is talking about the upper realms in this deck. It's talking about you being divinely guided here, so this is not a coincidence. So if you feel like this is just another off day, they're saying it's not. This is actually supposed to be a catalyst for your rise, and this is kind of, they're calling it almost like your rite of passage, like something you have to go through, and they're saying that it's going to end up being a blessing, even though you don't feel as though it's a blessing. And for some reason I feel the need to grab my dragon deck, so we're going to see what it has to do, because it's just been staring at me over there while I've been talking to you, so I feel like it wants to come out and say something. So we'll see what that is. Whew. Whew. Oh, good God, girl. We got the transformation card. We got the persistence and legacy card, along with the finding your limits card. And before we even get into any of this, and the rebirth card. If you needed any more confirmations, that is 6 decks now that you have transformation, healing, and rebirth out here. This is all that you are being called to do right now. This is purposeful. This isn't accidental. There are no coincidences. I'm going to be real honest. I feel like Spirit is asking, how moldable are you? How good of a student are you? Are you willing to learn? Are you willing to transform? Are you willing to redefine yourself? Are you willing to look in the hard places? Are you willing to turn around and face your fears? And believe me, your fear is you. Because you're scared of your potential, and that's a big issue. That's a big issue. You should never be fearful of yourself, but sometimes we're afraid of what we can contain and in our energy and what we're capable of. And they're just talking about this is like your second chance. So I don't know if you tried to do this once before, or tried to be connected, or better yourself, or I feel that they keep talking about like your path. I don't know if you've tried to get on like we talked about, like your yellow brick road, your golden road, your divinely led pathway. Like, I don't know if this has been a struggle or something that you've been trying to ascertain and trying to get on before, but they're just talking about persistence is key. Like, you're doing the damn thing. Quit questioning yourself. They're saying that like you're going to end up finding the answer. Excuse me, transmutation. You're going to be finding the answer within yourself from them. I just feel like they're just going to watch you while you do this. I'm going to be real honest. I feel like they're just going to watch over you while you do this. They're calling this almost like your rocky road, like your ups and downs. This is not going to be smooth sailing for you, and this is not going to be easy, but this is what's going to awaken the parts of you that you are asking to have awoken. This is going to be cultivating yourself in a way to where you not only know how to use your sword, but you know when to use it. And they're talking about awakening more than just your emotions, more than just your stability. They're awakening your warrior, and they're awakening your wisdom. And they're like, this is something you've asked for. I'm going to be real honest, because they are being very blunt in saying this is what you asked for. So that's why they're questioning you in the way that they're questioning you is how teachable are you? Are you going to follow our lead? Are you going to do what you need to do to get through it? They want you to focus on the backside. The journey is the point, yes, and all this is necessary, but it makes me feel like the getting started is what's hard, is what it makes me feel like. It doesn't make me feel as though actually going through the motions is going to be hard for you. I think getting started is going to be hard because in order to surrender, you have to almost give up in a sense, and you have to start relying on somebody other than you. And that's hard because you are a very self-reliant person. And I just feel the need to keep calling you independent, self-reliant, and you're the person that people go to get shit done. Like, this is exactly what they're talking about, and they're just talking about, but in the midst of all of that, you've lost your joy. In the midst of all of that, you've lost your inspiration. This is what they're pulling back from before when they said you're almost uninspired. You're not bored, you're uninspired. It's the truth. It's because you have made yourself a machine and you do not run like a machine. You need more than machines need. Hold on, I'm looking for a deck. I don't know where we're going here. So if you've been running your body, your mind, your soul like a machine, this is the wall that you've come up against. And they're just asking, are you ready to do it our way? That's what I'm feeling here. Are you ready to do it our way? This is your choice. This is your choice. It is a head and heart decision. We have Six of Swords out here, which is your transition, which is your moving through, and this is exactly what you're doing. I'm going to be real honest. Your head is shouting one thing to keep your vessel safe, and your heart is asking for another. In order to hit flow state, 9 out of 10, it's a heart over head decision every time. Because your heart is the bridge, and it connects your intuition with source. It connects all the subtle energies with your light body. And they're just talking about how in the past you would have thought this to death. So you're somebody who has also been a very rational person. And they're just talking about it's time to do something different. You don't need to protect yourself in that way. You don't need to defend. I feel like calling you soft, even though that's not. I don't know why. I just feel like being like, defend your soft center. But they're just talking about how this is actually going to unleash your healed masculine, which is so very interesting because I feel like the whole time they've been kind of alluding to your feminine, which is great. But you're going to get to appreciate your masculine in his healed state when you are through this. Because your feminine will be nurturing your masculine inside of you. Now, this is inside of you I'm talking about. Your feminine side will be nurturing your masculine so that he can heal as well. So you won't feel the need to be the grind or die. So you won't feel the need to be in control. So you won't feel the need to be the person who people just go to get it done and you're just a machine. This is going to allow your feminine room to nurture your masculine in a way that nobody else can. Because I'm going to be real honest, I feel like nobody knows what your masculine needs but you. And they're just talking about, like, she's going to light the way for your individual masculine, like, inside of you. She is going, like, once she is unleashed during this little healing stint that you're going to go undergo, which is purposeful and led by your team, is that she's gonna like, I almost want to say like lead by example. Like she's almost gonna lead by example and kind of show him the light, so to speak, and show him the way and allow him the space and room to heal alongside her. This is very important, and I feel like your crown is gonna be illuminating when you start embarking on this journey. So if you feel like head tingles, head pressure, if you get vertigo or dizziness, those are all common ascension symptoms that a lot of people face, especially when you start getting into your feelings. You might cry a lot, but that's a different story. They're just talking about how you're gonna end up needing to start working in grounding a lot for you, especially when your crown starts hitting overload with your newfound correlations and connection and the inflood of energies once you allow your feminine to take over. They're just talking about how things are going to start lighting up and illuminating for you in a lot of different ways that you might not have thought was possible. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't think you're gonna be able to make sense of it in the beginning. I don't think it's gonna be like, oh my god, I know all this stuff now. No, I think it's gonna actually be more of like aches and pains, and you're like, my head just feels weird, or if like, I feel like this, I'm tingling, I feel like, someone's tapping me on the head. It's just gonna be weird. Like my head's pulsing, I feel like a throb, I'm hearing ear ringing. There's just going to be a lot surrounding your crown during this, which is going to begin to be they're using the word activated, begin to be activated, but it's just deepening the connection between you and the energies around you, because you're actually bringing them into your awareness for the first time in a long time. Like you're actually paying attention to them, and they're actually going to be something that's going to be interacting with your light body now. As opposed to just being there and getting ignored accidentally because you were busy. Now you're going to be bombarded with stuff, so grounding is going to be one of your bigger like assets or assistances to you, Do you have any questions, or would you like anything clarified while your team's still here? My doctor has been no help with what's been going on with my head. Oh, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a doctor, but yeah, if you're having like light symptoms, sometimes that can happen, especially when you're healing and you're starting to go through a bunch of different things. It's not uncommon, but you know what I mean? Like, I'm not a doctor, so I'm not going to override anything your doctor tells you to do or anything like that. But yeah, I don't know why, but they were just drawn to it, and then that's what they were talking about. So, the new person in my life, are they a blessing, or are they meant to be in my life? Let's find out. Hold on, let me just pop this away, and we'll find out. Oh my God. Alrighty. The new person in your life. I'm gonna be honest, I just keep hearing not for long before I even grab my cards. When I ask the question, the new person in your life, I just hear not for long. Let's see. Well, before I even throw a card, I just keep hearing not for long, and they're what your trauma attracted. Is the new person in your life? Let's see. Yeah, so we do have the Fool out here, so however, it is in reverse. It's also a maybe card, but it is in reverse. Now, we do have the Hierophant, which is also a maybe card. However, it's all about, I'm getting two things from this. One about lessons and about cycles, but the other one about him being traditional. So I don't know if he is a little bit more by the book kind of character or something like this, a little bit more structured, or is strong in faith or something like that. But he just seems a little bit more stiff than I feel, than even your energy is. Like, he just feels more starch. I don't know how to make that make sense. We do have the Lover's card out here. which is another, like, maybe card. I hate to tell you. But I do get the feeling as though it's not going to be like an easy relationship. I'm going to be very honest. I do feel like you're going to have to stand your ground on things. And you're going to have to put up boundaries. And you're almost going to have to kind of defend and stick up for yourself and assert yourself when needed. And not just be passive in the relationship. Speak your truth. And then we just talk... Yeah, I don't get the best vibes out of this, only because we have a lot of cards in reverse here, and they're talking about your need to fight for yourself and stand your ground, and really hold your boundaries, kind of a thing, and, you know, decide what you're going to put up with, what you're not. And then we have, like, this lack of enthusiasm card, out here, which is represented to me by the sun in reverse, which is kind of like, you know, lack of confidence, unrealistic expectations, and then we also have, like, the make a break for it card, which is usually about, like, enemies disguised as friends, like, resourceful, great, but also can be kind of tricky and a little bit, like, risky, so it just gives me kind of like fence sitting energy, to where it's like, I don't think this is going to be like sweet sailing. I think that there's going to be a lot of things you're going to learn about yourself in this relationship, but I do feel like it's a catalyst for you for change. I'm not saying it's going to tank or go down in flames or anything like that, but it's just not going to be like, I don't need to do anything. And, that kind of like, it's not going to be an easy peasy, you know, relationship, is how it's coming out in the cards. But I'm gonna be real honest, I think everybody's a karmic. Everybody has something to teach us. But yeah, it doesn't come out as lovey-dovey as I think you would have liked it to. I think you would have liked it to. No worries. Thank you so much. It is more than appreciated. Thank you so much. Alright, guys. Thank you for tapping the screen. Thank you for sharing the live. It is more than appreciated. We will be back on tomorrow around noon Eastern Standard Time. I cannot thank you enough for all your love, your follows, your shares. It is more than appreciated. If you guys are not a member of the website, become a member. It's 100% free. There's so much cool stuff there, both private services and private sessions, but there's also a lot of free knowledge, and we have product links, so if you like some of the decks here, you can find them online, so please make sure you utilize that. We're also on Instagram, and we're on the YouTube. Now, I'm just getting warmed up with Instagram. I'm still trying to figure it out. I'm not a big Insta person, so bear with me. But we are on YouTube, and YouTube's kind of cool because we have a bunch of different playlists. We have all our videos here, and it's just really great stuff. When you become a member of the website, you earn points, and points equals money off of services. It's like a coupon. So, you just have a lot of chances to get some good kickbacks. So, thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing your time, your energy, and your space. Thank you for everyone who purchased reads today. It definitely helps, and I cannot thank you enough. We will be back 12 noon, whatever we're going to call it, Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. And I will see you then. The list will be open, and we'll be doing the damn thing. So thank you so much, and I will see you. Have a great night.